Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense kind of lost the running back here. He makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Kentucky now operating in the red zone. The shotgun running play call. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Makes the catch downfield. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. The offense sets up with a first and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Launching one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Kentucky. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open scoring. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it here. Fights through a tackle. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Receiver makes the catch. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook could really open up on 2nd and inches.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in a zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain. See what the call is on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught near the goal line. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Now here's the toss play. The Wolverines pick up 1st down yards to keep the drive going.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And is intercepted. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Trucks through the defender. And they get him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. Here we go. 1st play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. The pass rush closing in. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display, right?
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call. Well, the coverage team must have missed the fair catch signal, but the referees did not. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his man. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game. Being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
He makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete. He was looking for the end zone.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And there's the handoff. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And there's the point after. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the ball spotted at the 17. Would have been better off just taking a knee. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He lets it go on the move. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Kentucky. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Throwing for his running back. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And the back gets the football. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The defense backed up against their own end zone. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense has picked up the football going the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And that'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect.
Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines looking to run some tempo here. Looking to throw it on first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. With the catch, it's Adams. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback. And you look at the time here before we get to the half. They got a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense facing second and goal. The run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
Running team on the field. Defense stops the drive with that sack. Punt is fair caught, but now up to see about that penalty.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
And the ball is away from his own end zone. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner will be brought down. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And in the third quarter, this game remains tied. The Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the onside kick bounces out of bounds, so unsuccessful there, and it's a penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And the kickoff sails out the back of the end zone and was helped by the penalty call there. They now bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they get the second half started with a running play. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he...
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Wolverines will line up to boot it away.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against a deep ball in man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
Touchdown, Wildcats. And they will claim the second half lead. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Important second down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Grab near the sticks. It's Adams. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Play action here on first down. Caught quickly. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Tackle made after the completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up an important third down play. That's a design quarterback keeper. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run that hurry out. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Crosses the 30. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, I'm kind of like this defense. I knew this quarterback could run the football. I didn't know he could take it that far down the field and let alone a score.
The BAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Now coming off a 3 and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Look out, he's got some space. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is, just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Wideout's now clustered. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker. And now a 4th down decision coming up.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
They've been great on 4th down so far today, 3 for 3. Can they stay perfect? Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a 1st down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Wolverines looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Quarterback still with the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
When the linebackers and really the quarterback of the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Michigan. This offense really clicking. Extra point try coming now. PG is good, so they're up by a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Tackled after the takeaway, and that will end this quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And out comes the field goal unit. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. No problem, knocks it right through. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Short loss in the play. Sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Gets rid of it on the move. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. trying for a fourth down completion. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He's going to pull it down and run. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's looking to scramble. Fights through the tackler. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance.
Will he score here? Touchdown, Wolverines. This offense is still clicking. That's another touchdown, a dream performance with this running back in the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they're struggling.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky. Championship game, and there is nobody who can cover this guy. What a monster performance by this receiver.
Chris, one of the biggest stage in college football, and this guy's treating it like he's playing a video game. My gosh, he's got this defense in la-la land out there.
Well, they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Some hard running there through a tackle. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he runs it in there to extend the lead. Now it's a three-score game. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it's been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's looking deep here. He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here. And
he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made down inside the 10. The ball is loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
36.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Contact as he threw it. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their...
And looking for a big play here. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Well, and that play ends in a complete disaster for the offense. A fumble on a 2-point conversion. You have to protect the ball much better than that.
And the hands team able to recover the football.
Hey, it's the 4th quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Extending the play now. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or 2.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
He'll throw it now. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You hope you make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Loving this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. An onside kick does not work. It bounces out of bounds, and that, of course, will be a penalty. The defense setting up to go against this heavy formation. Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is coming. And the freshman making an impact play there.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. In the clear at the 25. Broke out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. The Wolverines will have first and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close.